Hey there, wonderful souls. Welcome to Ask Susan, your transformational, motivational, inspirational moment. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Susan Lazar Hart, allow me to introduce myself for those of you I haven't met yet. Your congruency coach, creator of the Congruent Life Method and the Congruent Living Academy, and asking what else is truly possible in creating a life you love. Now, each month we have a theme, and today's theme and question is all about change. And this one comes from Arlene. So Arlene asks, Susan, how do I create the changes? How do I create the changes I desire when faced with so many distractions that I seem to be unable to take action? Now, Arlene, this is a common challenge that many of my clients have been coming to me with, and I want to share some insights that might shed some light on this. Is anybody else? Yeah, I mean, the distractions around us have been humongous. And the trick is to center, get present, and totally be with the energies of what you desire to create within your life and living. So sometimes distractions serve as a way to avoid the discomfort that the changes that we're asking for might bring up. So I want you to reflect on the role that distractions are creating for you. If we reflect on the role of distractions and the valuable insights they provide to us, so what's the value of distracting myself? What is it that I'm avoiding? What is it that I've decided I'm not, that I actually am? Sideline, that's called the fear of success. Yeah. Now, as many of you know, I'm on a path of being a recovering control enthusiast, right? Like anybody else here, trying to control their life by distracting themselves from what they're truly asking to create. I know it sounds bizarre, but that's kind of where it's at. So in this journey of letting go of where I'm trying to control myself by distracting myself, you know, when you hear yourself saying, oh, I just don't have time, or I can't focus, or what's another good one? Everybody else is doing it. Why can't I? So you're putting your attention on other people, what you believe they're accomplishing, the life that they're living, what your story is of how you couldn't create, can't create, instead of putting your attention on truly the energies of, I wonder what else is possible that's here for me. What's the gift in this distraction that I haven't been willing to be or see? So I've stumbled on a few of these myself, so I want to share with you the 3 of the undeniable truths that I found in digging deep within myself and my clients and in the Congruent Living Academy. First, distraction is a way of controlling your success, and controlling is rooted in fear. So it often springs from the fear of what might happen if we dare to let go, right? That's the fear of success. It's a narrow perspective fueled by anxiety, a lens through which we were taught to view the world with. If it ain't broken, don't fix it. Why are you putting yourself out there when no one else appreciates you? What are some other things that have come up in your world that you kind of have sifted through that you buy as real and true, that creates a lens in which you're looking at the world and thinking if you didn't hold on to it, your world would crumble? Is that really true? I wonder. Play with that for a minute and ask yourself, what else is possible here? Who would I be if I wasn't buying this distraction is true and real? What could that look like? What could that feel like? What would that taste like? That's where you want to put your focus and your attention. Now, desiring change but struggling to act on it, again, stems from that internal resistance, which is rooted in fear, uncertainty, or simply the comfort of the familiar. Well, I know myself when I'm watching Netflix for 4 hours. I know who I am when I'm, whatever that distraction is for you. Drinking, dancing in a way that doesn't create greater, right? Like going to clubs all night or something like that, instead of putting that energy into what it is that you are asking to create. I don't know why dancing popped up. I wonder who's listening to this who actually uses drugs, drink, and dancing as a way to distract themselves from creating a life they love. If that's you, then that was for you. Sometimes I just channel in, and I guess that was one of them. This is what happens often when I'm in it, working with a client. We'll get into a channeling of what it is that they are hiding underneath what they say the problem is, which is a wonderful way that we distract ourselves from creating the changes that we're asking for. So recognizing and understanding resistance, it's an initial step towards overcoming it. Secondly, control is being attached to the outcome. When we distract ourselves by trying to control a situation, we've obviously decided what the outcome will be. Remember, what you put your attention on grows. It's like clenching onto a specific outcome, convinced it's the only path for our happiness. But what happens when we trust that we're okay with the distraction? What will that create for you? Will you wake up the next day with the next day, saying, I wish I could have been a contender? So one of the questions I'll ask myself is, okay, if I choose this distraction, how will it feel tomorrow? I'm like, oh, not so good. How will it feel by the end of the day? Now, if it feels great, that's great. But if you know you're going to go to sleep with regret, then change it. Choose something greater. Here's your choice. And it's amazing when you actually surrender to choice and see what that creates. You start to stack that feeling of success. You let go of the control, and that stack becomes less and less and less, and you start stacking those good feelings, that sense of, oh, yeah, hey, I actually did this one step at a time, one step at a time, one step at a time. When we open ourselves to a multitude of possibilities, we actually create that sense of, oh, I'm the kind of person that can actually let go of the distraction and move forward towards creating a life that I love, one step at a time. Surrender's power is undeniable. That's number 3. Surrendering to the changes you've been asking for accomplishes much more than the energy of control. It's a profound shift from tension and being in your own way to calmness, deep breathing, and an expansion of that vision that you have for yourself. Let's talk a little bit about the art of surrender. So surrender literally means to stop fighting. Stop fighting with ourselves, with the universe, with the natural flow of things. If you have an idea and something pops into your head and you're actually wanting to go with the flow, go with the flow. See where it takes you. Remember, if you have that awareness with you, have that idea, it's already here. Everything is here for you. So stop fighting the universe. It's about acceptance of what is. So if I choose this, I wonder what this will create, coupled with faith that all is well, even without our constant input. Surrender doesn't mean inaction. It means taking action from a place of surrendered energy. So if letting go and surrendering not only feels better, it will also produce better results. So the question is, so what's required here for me? What's my one next step? Notice when you're in control mode and you choose to let go consciously, like you're consciously letting go, saying, nope, I'm not going to get distracted today. I'm going to actually choose one thing that's going to move me forward to where I'm asking to go. Visualize yourself turning it all around and effortlessly floating into who you be, and what you came here to do and be. Now, the universe rewards action. There is an action required. What's my next best step? And create that next best step and go for it. Ask yourself, what am I afraid of that will happen if I actually let go of this distraction, of this control? Challenge the validity of that fear. Ask yourself, is this true? Question assumptions. Redefine what's truly significant for you, not for somebody else. Identify what it is that you would like to focus on, and focus on what you can directly influence. That's my next best step. Try to control things outside of your jurisdiction, outside of who you be, what other people are thinking, trying to control all of that. No. That just keeps you busy up here and doesn't create anything positive. No positive outcomes. And remember, what people say about you, it's none of your business. Right? You're in the business of creating a life and living that you love. Consider whether letting go would feel like freedom. What would that feel like? More often than not, it does. Letting the flow of freedom guide you. What's my next best step here? I wonder what this could create. So here's a gentle reminder about our universe. It's a quote from Einstein. The most important decision we make is whether we believe we live in a friendly or hostile universe. When we try to control ourselves with distractions, it's because somewhere we've decided, if I make this next best step, there's going to be a negativity that comes towards me. There's going to be blame, shame, regret, guilt. You see how that all kind of takes you down a rabbit hole? Here's a great affirmation. You can put it on a sticky note, put it somewhere where you can see it. I choose to believe in a friendly universe. I choose to believe in a friendly universe. Cultivating receptivity and allowing things to unfold is a skill that can be honed. Trusting in a supportive universe frees us from unnecessary worries over the details. Now, we always have a choice, the hard way through force or the easy way by letting the current carry us downstream, by taking that next best step. Now, I'd love to hear from you. How do you recognize when you're resisting change? Share your thoughts in the comments below. You know, I check in every day. And remember, surrender is not about giving up the changes you're asking for. It's about letting go and letting flow so something greater can show up. Embrace the flow, my dear friends. And before we say goodbye, I'd like to invite you to something new we've been creating with Ask Susan. It's our open live Zoom room at the end of every month. So this will be November 30th. I'm inviting you to join me for a transformative coaching session where you and I will navigate the questions, changes, hurdles that you're coming up with and carve a path towards living a congruent life filled with the changes that you're asking to play and create with. So whether you're in search of clarity, a burst of inspiration you want to share with us all, or a fundamental shift in mindset, rest assured this Q&A in our Congruent Living Facebook Zoom room is here to support what you need. And as a special thank you for those of you who register, I'll be sending a bonus visualization meditation I just created for you with the energies of the changes that we've been playing with this November in mind. So don't miss out on this opportunity to unlock the transformations you've been asking for, the changes you've been asking for, and set the state and stage for the month of December as we move in. Mark your calendar, register now to access the Zoom link, susanlazarhart.com/Zoom, and receive your exclusive bonus meditation. See you there. Until we meet, live boldly, love greatly, and be that fearless leader you came here to be, because the world needs more of you, staying open, staying inspired, and surrendering to the magic of change that you're asking for. See you Monday, next Monday, right here, live. Bye-bye.